Hey everybody, how's it going? Today is August 8th, 2024. It's a Thursday. You know what that means? Monster Strike news. Let's get going. We've got a bunch of stuff to go over, which I'm actually pretty excited about. So let's get going. If I can find where there we go, my controller is. Of course, we have Monster Strike Day right around the corner. The 10th of August will be then. Don't forget to pick up that Tokudama for the current alpha event. You don't want to miss out on that. You also can get a Waku Waku stick you can forget about the friendless refresher item. I have so many of those. But if you have 3 or more lucky monsters, you can pick up 2 Edibita Wells, and that's pretty nice. We do have the Gatu Quest Aikumo making her debut on the 11th, which is a Sunday in Japan. So if you can stay up late for that, make sure you play that 7 p.m. Japan time. And I've been saying it all this time, and I'm sure a lot of people agree with me. The Uncharted Lands will be finally coming to an end. Land level 60 will be making its debut this month, and this will be the last new stage in the Uncharted Lands. For those of you who have kept up for the entire time, all 5 years, right? 12 times 5 is 60. You will get a special badge to commemorate clearing that. Only people who have kept up with the Uncharted Lands every single month will be able to get this badge. So a nice little memento for keeping up with the game. But this is the timeline for the Uncharted Lands. Like I said, in August, we'll get the debut of floor 60. In September, we'll be able to do it one more time. There will be no new floor added, but you can complete it again for the rewards. However, you will not be able to get the rewards for that special badge. Is only available this month. And that is only for people, again, who have kept up for every single month for the last 5 years. Now, in October, this is the blue section. The Uncharted Lands will be available permanently. I'm not sure how the reward system is going to work there. You'll probably be able to pick up the drop monsters, maybe? I don't know. It'll be interesting how they adjust things. I'm sure we'll get more news in the next month or so on how things will wrap up for the Uncharted Lands there. But you will be able to play all the stages if you want. And then on the right side of the plus sign is saying that there will be a new event to replace the Uncharted Lands, and we'll just have to see what that is. So we'll have something to look forward to in October to replace the Uncharted Lands. So let's see how that goes, and well, we'll just have to wait. They did announce that we'll be getting a new Guardian Beast, Marofa, here. Who was this character? Is it Rembrandt? I think they said. This is Rembrandt's little friend, if you look at a character. So its debut will be on the 14th of August, about next week, right? And well, let's take a look at what abilities Marofa has here. Requirement here is you need to kill 15 enemies, and then the ability here will be curing the magic circle chicken state and heal the party for 50 to 80% of its HP. Level 1 is at 50%, and if you can get all the way up to level 10, you'll recover 80% of your HP. I believe this is a similar to Chopper from the One Piece collab. So if you missed out on that, this might be a good one to pick to have in your back pocket. So again, debut is on the 14th. And then they also announced that the Premium Select Gacha will be coming back here. And how this works is your first temple on this is absolutely free. Now, what's the trick of this gacha? Well, you are able to pick one monster for each of the 5 elements in the game. These are the 5 monsters that will only pop out of this gacha if you hit a 5-6 star monster. Now, it's still a 12% overall rate, but you have 5 characters, so each of them will get 2.4% each. And of course, remember, having a single monster getting that high of a rate is quite big. So, ooh, sorry. So if there's a particular monster in the general pool that you really want, this is a time to try and aim for that monster. However, do note that this does not include any collab time-limited monsters like the alphas or general limited monsters like, Yakumo or something like that, right? It's just general pool monsters here. And of course, anybody that came out, super recently in the last week are not available in this gacha. They need to have debuted in the game before August 1st, 2024. This gacha will be live starting from the 10th, so just in a day or so, you'll be able to play this. gacha, and will last for just under a week. It'll last until the 15th. So don't miss out on this. Again, your first temple is free. All right. And then we did get a sneak peek at the 28.1 update at Dream Days, but let's go over what came out of that. And of course, there's a lot more new juicy things and a lot of very good updates I think a lot of people will like. The update for 28.1 will be happening on a maintenance on August 14th, which will last from midnight to 6 a.m. Japan time. Alright, first, we did get news about this is the Step Up missions. This will be replacing the current Strikers Road missions. If you're new to the game, great, you've got a new setup. If you are already a striker, a veteran striker, you will still be able to take advantage of this. You will have 10 days to complete this after maintenance completes. Right? Now, the missions are already translated. If you want it ahead of time, it's in the Discord channel already. I'm going to wait until it's I do the maintenance rundown video to post it there. But if you want a sneak peek, you can take a look at the Discord channel for that. Now, what is the step up missions? Well, there are 3 steps and 15 missions total. The missions are very easy, don't worry. And the rewards, very simple. You complete a mission, you get an orb. You complete all of the missions in a step, you get 5 orbs. If it's on the final step, instead, you will get a gacha pull. Guaranteed single 6-star monster, which, I mean, that's always good. In total, you'll get 25 orbs and a free gacha single pull for doing basically nothing. Honestly, it is that simple. So don't miss out on that. But again, the important thing here is you must do it within 10 days of the maintenance. Once you pass that, you're out of luck. And for those of you, if you're not playing the game yet and you decide to install it after the maintenance, or you're looking at this sometime in the future, I don't know why, you can always, you have 10 days once you install the game to finish these missions. So it is a time limited thing, but again, super easy. Alright, this is a nice update in-game when you are trying to edit your teams in the menu screen, right? Like you see the flow here, not when you're about to go into a quest, but you're just, you're playing around with your box and then you want to edit a team there. You weren't actually able to see what your previous run team was. Now you will be able to. Whatever quest you just finished, you can now see it in this screen without having to actually try to start a quest to see what quest, what team you just ran with. This could be good for like Temple. I think they were using as an example, right? Like if you wanted to double check, oh, what did I pick? Or what did I just skip out on? You can do it this way too, which is actually pretty darn good. So I think this is a nice little update. Now this one I think is, I'm actually surprised this wasn't here before. We've got 2 new filter and sort options. First on the left in blue is filtering by limited premium gacha monsters. We got the premium gacha filter before, but now you can further filter it to only limited monsters, which I think is huge. Finally, they do that. That'll be very nice to see, just, all compacted in one screen. And then on the green, it's ridiculous this wasn't a thing. You can now order monsters in release order, right? Like in the, the number that they have in their Monsterpedia. You can now sort by that. That was actually not a sort option this whole time. It's kind of crazy that didn't exist, but chronologically ordered in terms of actual, release date rather than when you got it. That's the closest thing you could get to that, which isn't actually any close at all. So pretty cool. Subtle thing, but I think it's pretty huge. I think this one people will be applauding to the mountains for. Mass selection when you are in the store menu here. You can now click a blue button at the bottom of the screen, which is basically mass select. And then you will transition into the second screen you see here, where the items will now have a checkbox. You can now check multiple items and then exchange for things all at once. This will be great for coins. This will be great for purchasing, your Monster Strike Day items, as you can see here. Oh, finally, this is a huge update. Now, there is a limit here. You can only do this mass select on items that have a limit, right? If it says you can infinitely buy this, you're not going to be able to use this, right? There's no like selection to picking items. And you have to have space for it in your box, right? Yeah. And I think it will it'll warn you saying, you're gonna hit your limit. This is not valid. It'll stop you. And also keep in mind that if there's like a, I don't know, 0 out of 5, you'll be going to the max out of that too. It's not like you can select how many. You're saying, get me everything here, and I want to purchase everything for these multiple items. Huge update, in my opinion. I love this. I cannot wait for this to be used. Now, this is an interesting update for those of you who purchase orbs in this game. You are now able to purchase orbs outside of the app. I think with all the litigation that's gone on in various parts of the world, companies now are able to open up a store outside of the OS environments, which of course means they don't have to pay them a cut of the money. It goes directly to them. So what does that mean? That means more orbs for you for the same amount of money. You can purchase orbs via the web. You must use Visa or MasterCard credit cards to do this, but you don't have to do it in-game anymore. And what are the benefits here? Well, you can see on this screen here that you will be getting more orbs for the same price. You can see for the 2200 price point, you'll actually be getting 2 additional free orbs versus what you had gotten before. So that'll be worth 35 orbs. And actually, I've never paid, so I don't actually know what the pricing scheme looks like. So, yeah, right. So the 2200 price point is only 33 orbs, right? So you'll be getting 35 instead. For the 3800 yen price point, you'll get 63 versus 30. You can see that's a +3 in the free orbs that you'll bank in your account. 4900 yen, you get a +4. And the 10,000 yen option will give you a +10 on the free orbs earned from that purchase. And again, remember, when you pay orbs, there's a distinction between what's the paid amount and what's the free amount that the game has gifted you. I'm sure that's important for legal reasons, but don't ask me to explain. The last 2 in the blue that you see in the blue background are exclusive to the web store. If you look in game, the maximum amount of orbs you can purchase at one time is 180 orbs at 10,000 yen. Right now, you can purchase on the web for 190 orbs at 10,000 yen. But now you can also buy a 3x pack and a 5x pack. Right, 570 is 3 times 190, so 30,000 orbs for 570, 50,000 yen for 950 orbs, which is 5x the 190. There's no additional bonuses there, but if you want to buy more at once, which I'm sure Mixi will love to see that, you can now do that in their official store. You will need to use your Mixi login, so hopefully, I'm sure you've backed up your account with a Mixi account. Make sure you know what that account is, purchase your orbs online, and then I believe I saw on the website, then you would just go into your game, go to your present box, and then your orbs will be waiting for you there. So if you want to buy more orbs at a better rate, definitely take a look at, you should be using the web store. You will be getting a slightly better rate and a little bit more orbs than usual. All right, now, of course, this is what everybody has been waiting to hear more details about, the Scramble Universe area. This is the new area coming to the game, and wow, it is coming out tomorrow at noon. Wow, yeah. Now, unfortunately, let's see, noon Japan time is what, 8 p.m. I think, right? Pacific. Am I doing? I think that's right. If that's the case, I usually get dinner with coworkers, so it depends how late on it is. If I come back in time, maybe I'll do a live stream. It'll be just off the fly if it happens, but I don't know. I'm really interested, and it looks a lot of fun. So, well, I shouldn't leave it at just it looks like a lot of fun. Let's take a look at it and see what's involved. First, of course, it will be in the event area, so you can just make sure you click this new area. It'll have a little, I think the icon looks very nice, and basically you're playing with 8 other peoples at once, and you're going to be trying to utilize items to try and get first in a race to finishing the quest. Basically, I dubbed it, and I think the world has dubbed it as kind of like a Mario Kart Monster Strike. But let's take a look. First of all, you will have 4 decks to pick from. They will be pre-selected for you. You do not get to pick your own monsters, so it kind of helps with the whole you are doing a PvP, but it's not going to be skewed because of your, your wallet. You have to be able to see what's the benefits of this deck versus the other three, which one works with you the best, and use that against the other players. Now, I'm sure one of them is going to be the dominant one over the others, so you might have to figure out what's meta to make sure that you keep winning with randoms. But we'll have to see how much of a pain that actually is or not. But again, 4 decks are pre-selected for you, and you'll pick one of those that you feel like you work with best. Once you pick your deck, then you'll be trying to complete the quest. You'll be fighting for first in a group of 8 people, and you're ranked on your speed. Fastest to win will get a higher rank. Now, if you do die midway through, you will revive after a small period of time. It looks like it was a 10-second penalty that you need to wait before you revive and can start playing again. Now, just like Mario Kart, you do have those mystery box items. This will see these question mark pod items show up on screen, and you're going to pick them up to earn a pod item. It could either A, help you progress through the quest, or B, it can harm your opponents and make it harder for them to get through. Now, let's take a look at those pod items real quick to see what's available. First is the top row, and these are the items that will be harming your opponents. The first one on the left is a tornado item, and this will literally do 33% damage to all of your opponent's health. Yeah, that's going to be rough, especially if the timing is used right. That could easily screw you over. So it'll be interesting to see how that works. The second one is blind. It will make the screen go dark, and I think you just get a little area that you can see, which I'm sure will be tough. The third one, reverse. We've seen this gimmick in stages before. When you pull, instead of releasing in the direction you pull, it will release in the opposite direction you pull, so be careful about that. And then the fourth one is erase. And then when you are ready to sling, then that guide arrow that you see will not show up for you. You're going to have to play blind using your experience on how you're pulling to figure out where you're going to go. So that's going to be a very interesting one for sure. And then we have our helper items in the green in the second row. You've got the heart, which, it will function like a heart usually does in game. It will heal HP and heal poison for the active monster. The sword will be able to, and this one's interesting. This will guarantee that the critical will activate. Right? Critical damage will activate. So every time you hit a monster, it'll go critical, 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 critical. Pretty strong. The third one shot. This will guarantee to kill any enemies you hit. So this will be a huge game changer, right? Especially if you can hit the boss. Guarantee kill. Why not? And the yellow one on the bottom right will be one that affects all enemies on the screen that you are on. It is, again, helpful for you. It will reduce all HP by 50% of all monsters on screen. So that'll be huge if you're on the boss stage, right? So that'll be fun to play with, I'm sure. All right, so now the different modes in this game. First, of course, there's a ranked mode. You'll see this red button available, which will let you play ranked. You will be given a lettered rank starting from D to SS, and it's your job to get enough points by playing the ranked mode to rank up to the next level. It looks like they will be breaking it down into seasons. The first season will start right away on the debut of the game, and they haven't put an end date for the season, but looks like we just enjoy it and play it when you feel like it. Now, how did the ranking works? Well, obviously you play the game, and then you will lose season points based on how you do in those ranked matches. You can see that each rank will level up at 900 points, and there are 3 sub levels within that: the base level, a plus, and a double plus. And then once you hit that 900 points to jump up to the next level, you'll rank up to the next rank. SS, I'm sure will be tough. I'm sure the people who love this are going to be insane at it. They're going to be like, I don't know, probably Grand Prix level of precision to know what works best given the team that they're given. So yeah, we'll see how interesting this is for maybe the casual folks, or people who will take it semi-seriously, see how much it's worth, or if it's just going to be a exercise in frustration. We'll have to see. Also note that based on whatever highest rank you get in this season, you will be able to get a badge to commemorate your earnings, your efforts here. So, for example, if you got up to S, and then once you got to S, you fell right back down to A, maybe you fell back down to even B afterwards, don't worry, because you hit S, you will be able to get that S badge to commemorate. Do note, for those players who make it to the SS rank, they will also be able to get that nice trophy of SS rank, but also a special title to commemorate that they made it to the SS rank. Now, of course, if you don't want to play ranked mode, there is just a standard mode, and with friends, they call it the mock battle. So the blue button there will allow you to play a battle without having to worry about ranking points. You just want to play this game, this mode for fun with random people. Go ahead and click the blue. If you want to play with people you know, click the yellow button. Set up a room, set up a pass key, and then give it to your friends, and then join in and play it that way. So, I mean, it's just a way to enjoy the mode if you don't want to deal with the stress of ranked. Do note that if you played either this blue or yellow mode with the mock battles or with friends, you don't get any season points. Season points are exclusive for the ranked mode, which hopefully makes sense. So, in summary, 3 ways to play ranked, mock battles with friends. 6 quests will be available in rotation. If you are playing ranked mode, it will cycle through the 6 stages. I think the screen said every 3 hours, but I don't know if that was just like in between. So we'll see once the game actually is live. But 6 stages, I'm very interested to see what that Lorelei stage is all about. Because you get the right 3, you know, they're in-game stages. But does that mean there's unique stages for the left 3? If so, that'll be super cool. But do note that if you are playing the mock battles or with friends, you can select whichever stage you want. But like I was saying, the ranked mode, it will cycle through this. And this is already up. I am taking this video a little bit later than usual. A how-to video on how the game works is already live on the official YouTube channel, so go ahead and check that out if you want to see that in action, or just wait until tomorrow and play it for yourself to see how it goes. Transcension Kai, this week we have Spica getting some love, and here are her abilities. We've got the triple EL killers on the main, Beast Killer, Demon Killer, Sprite Killer, all EL flavored, and then also anti-block on the gauge, and then Connect Skill, Anti-Gravity Barrier, Anti-Damage Wall, and Demon Resist M. Not surprised, like Spica was always this like pronged attacking, niche character for specific types, I think, right? So we'll have to see if there's anything she can shine in. 2 or more non-balanced types, or a team luck of 100 more to activate the Connect skills. Strike Shot, speed and power up, and then she'll set a bomb that explodes in a plus pattern. Bomb combos, you got the Chozetsu all-range bullet along with the Chozetsu expanding bomb. And then we do get a true Transcension this week, and we've got Hunter King. He was my old favorite for sure. And well, let's take a look at what Hunter King has. We've got Anti-Gravity Barrier, Anti-Damage Wall, Super Anti-Wind, Long Shield Mode, and then on the gauge you have Super Anti-Warp and Down Position Killer L. I guess, kind of call back to, favoring Hunter King being on the bottom of the screen, I guess, right? So we'll see if that makes anything change with him. I don't know. Shot skill, remember this is going to be the ability that activates every time Hunter King himself shoots, except when you use a strike shot. That's very important to know. And his shot skill is the 3rd enemy he hits will now turn into a speed up monster, right? So as long as you hit 3 monsters, you'll have something out there that'll give the rest of your team a speed boost, which is always good. And then his assist skill, which is something that is given to all non-true transcended monsters in your party. This will give a plus 15% attack to all non-boss poisoned enemies, right? So remember, in each stage there's always a monster that has that gauge linked to the stage, right? So excluding that monster, whether it's before the actual boss or when the boss stages actually happens, any mob monsters around it, if they are poisoned, will be taking 15% extra damage from your team. Interesting. A little bit restrictive, and of course 15% is definitely on the weaker side, but We'll see. Strike Shot, no surprise. This is the Kabedon power up on each wall hit. And then the bump combos, you got a super vertical laser EL and the Chozetsu mid-range poison spread 9. I think they were saying that this is the first monster that was a blast type that has the super vertical laser EL. We'll see if that actually makes a difference. I do kind of miss that, you know, the amazing vertical laser that he had back in the day. So I guess they couldn't do anything special. Anyways, that's it for us today. It's a long one because of that new mode, right? So hopefully you're still hanging in there. Next week, same time as usual for news. And of course, here are the lucky monsters for the week. Hopefully you have at least 3. All right, that's it for me today. Thank you for watching. If you like what you saw, do consider hitting the like button and subscribing below. Monst on Twitter/X is available so that you can get everything here whenever you want. And of course, the Discord channel, link to the server in the description below. All the slides are there. And if you really want to know the step up missions, you can take a look at it early. But dope. And I think that's it. Yep. Until next time. Bye.